Hello everyone, this is Esosa Matthew again, and I'm going to talk about the fourth lesson on how to create logos. So I'm going to show you how I was able to create this particular logo that you're seeing right now. So I'm just going to create a blank page with a white background canvas. So as you can see, I'm using the Canva website to design this logo. So it's a logo for an automobile brand, but the name of the brand is Cottage Automobile. Now all these brands I'm using, they are fictional brands, not actual brands. Okay, so I just came up with a name and decided to do a logo. Sorry about that. All right. So firstly, I am going to search for the, as you can see, or as you have seen in the logo, we have a house icon and we have the icon of an engine. So I'm going to search for house logo right now on Elements. So that was how I got it. So I'm just going to search for it, and when it comes out, I'll pick the one I want to use. All right, so I'm searching for it now, and as you can see, I'm going to pick the option from the graphics feature. Like I told you before, when you're using your elements, make sure you pick graphics. Right, so I've selected the house icon that I would like to use, as you can see here. But it is in the color brown orange. So I want to change the color to a red because, as you can see in the previous videos I've done on logos, I've been using the color red a lot because it speaks action. Okay, so make sure the logo or element you're using is on the center, and you give space on either sides of the canvas. All right, so I'm going to change the color of this house icon to the color red because the color speaks action. All right, so the next thing now is to add the gear logo, which will stand for the automobile part of the brand. All right, so I told you before, the elements you're going to use for your brand has to relate to what the brand is about. Okay, so that is what I've done here right now. So I am just going to place my gear logo inside my house icon. All right, so I'm going to flip it so it fits properly and looks like this. You can see the way I placed this previous logo, the first one. So I'm going to flip it around to make sure that it is like that. So I'm going to flip horizontally, as you can see that I've done right now. So I'm going to enlarge the size. I'll just enlarge the size to make sure it fits into the house icon in a way that I actually want. So, like I said before, you have to have an idea of what you're trying to achieve so you easily achieve it. And the truth is, creativity is just comes in. All right, this logo might not be exactly the same as the first one I created because I might see a little bit of spaces and be like, okay, I don't want to do it the way I did it before. So it's just all about the way you become creative with it. So just play around with it until you get something that you are comfortable with. All right, so that's what I've done here. So I'm not going to leave too much spaces between the house icon and the gear logo. I'm going to make sure that they are joined together. And now you can see that the gear logo had a shade of red before, but I just basically changed it to be the exact same shade as the house icon. So that was what I did. I changed it to be the exact same shade as the house icon, and I'll just resize it and place it properly to fit into the house icon. I do not want too much spacing between them. Okay, so I've successfully fixed that, and I've fitted it into the house icon. All right, so you can see that there's a slight difference from this first one I made because there was kind of a lot of space between them, but this second one I'm making, it's just fitted in. So it's just a new idea that I have as I'm just going on to make this new logo, but it should not be too far away from the old one. So it's not bad to get inspiration from other logos, but then just create your own. So I'm going to group them together so I can easily move them together as an entity. You saw the way I grouped it. I just clicked on the three three buttons, the three buttons, and I selected the select multiple, and then I grouped them. Okay, so the next thing now is to add my text. Right, so all the logos I've created and the brands for which I've created them, they are all fictional brands. All right, so um I am going to create a logo for the cottage automobile. So I'm just going to type out the cottage, and I also type out automobile below it. Okay, so I'm just going to type cottage, um, cottage. All right, so I've told you before how you can type out in small letters, and using format you can change it to capital letters. So you might not need to stress yourself having to just press the all the time just because you want to type in capital. Okay, so I've just increased the size. This is the way. I'm going to reduce it though, but I'm just trying to measure it because I want it to touch or be in alignment with the black circle in the gear logo. So I nudge to just move it around a bit because you saw that when I used my hands on the text, it did not exactly get to the place it to get to. So I'm going to nudge to complete the movement and direction. All right, so that's for that. So I'm going to keep adjusting the size till I get something that I am comfortable with. Okay, all right. So now to write the text for the automobile, instead of going to text and just starting again to add the heading, I'm just going to duplicate. You can see I've duplicated the cottage, and then I can just click edit and edit it into and write out automobile. Sorry. I have to delete this. Okay, automobile. This autocorrect. Okay, automobile. All right, so you can see that the text, the words, they are too big, so they are coming out of the logo, and I do not want it like that. I want it within the symbols. So I'm just going to reduce the size. I'm going to keep reducing it, and I also want the cottage to be bolder and bigger than the automobile because it's already um about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's already like an 11 letter word, so 10 letter word, a 10 letter word. So I want it smaller than the cottage, which is just 7 letter words. So I'm going to reduce the size and increase the size of the cottage. As you can see that I've done now. Right. So now I'm going to apply some fonts like I taught you types of fonts for logos before under the type of logos lesson. So I'm going to use the font Mokoto. It's a font that can be applied for anything related to machines, anything related to engine oil, machines, like things that can be applied with machines. So that's the type of fonts that I use, the type of design we use Mokoto font for. So I have applied it here on my cottage and the automobile text. So I'm just going to change the color. I told you before that red and blue go together. So I'm using the dark blue color. So it's not so obvious, but it's also obvious. Okay. So all right. So that is it. The next thing I want to do now is to create some spacing. All right. So you can see the cottage is just clogged and clumped together. So I want to create a little space to create some kind of effect. And you can see that I've done that now. So I increase the letter spacing of the cottage and reduce the letter spacing of the automobile. All right. So increase and reduce the second one. then use my nudge to place it properly. Use my nudge to place it properly. All right, so just place it in the direction that I want. Just keep placing it like it's what I'm trying to achieve. All right, so I believe I've been able to get that done. Okay, okay, okay. All right, so you can see the way it looks right now. It's not exactly the same as the previous one I did. I hope you can notice the difference. So as you practice makes perfect, the more you practice, the more ideas you get on how to change some things and improve some things. All right, so this was the first one I did, and you can see the way it looks. The gear logo is spaced from the house icon, but this second one is joined together. I could have also cropped it, like cropped the gear logo, so it just depends. There are different ways that you can do this. So when you're doing your own practical, when you're trying to achieve this yourself, just you can try different ideas and let me know what you have, and let me see what you have at the end of the day. All right, so I can select multiple, select all of them, all the options, including the text, just so that I can group them together. All right, but unfortunately, the network is bad right now, so network is pretty bad right now. So it's not working, but I hope you get what I was trying to do. You can just group them all together, so when you want to move it, the text will move along with elements in the design. All right, so well, let me just place it like that and leave it like that. Okay, so this is the logo I came up with at the end of the day. So I'm going to unhide it. um this is the next logo we're dealing with. The first one had symbols in it, and this second one is just like a basic word mark logo. So I'm going to teach you how to do this in the next class. All right. So thank you very much. I hope you're able to do your practicals and submit them. All right. Thank you.